The first part of my Hassan Campbell series starts now. Let's go. Hello, everybody. This your girl, Miss a little cold, and I'm going to let you know I've been up since a little bit before 3 a.m. this morning. I ain't been asleep yet. Yes, indeed. I was going to take a quick nap, but I can't. And so I kept my promise, and here it goes. So anyway, a couple of days ago, I mentioned that I was going to do a series on Hassan Campbell. And I posted the following things I was going to discuss. And it's going to be a 7-part series. It was originally supposed to be 5, but due to the situation involving Five God, it got extended. So it's going to be a 7-day series, and every day up until Monday, I'm going to discuss different situations involving Hassan Campbell. And if something new comes up, it will be squeezed in, or I might put it on my podcast on Anchor. So many people despise Hassan Campbell. And I was one of the people that I knew something about Hassan Campbell like a couple of weeks after the whole African Bambaataa scandal broke. And no, it's nothing homo. But I was told information about him that caused me to always be cautious of him, which is why I never communicated with him. I just viewed the videos here and there. But I didn't want to say it because the person that told me was a family member of Lily's, okay? And the information that I have, I'm going to reveal that on Sunday because that's going to be part 6, okay? So that is going to air on I believe it's going to be the 20th. Yes, I think it's going to be the 20th. So I'm going to air that. Or I might switch it up and do it on a Saturday. I might do that on Saturday. And then, Saturday's the 18th. So I'm going to do that on a Saturday. I'm going to switch that up. So I'm going to keep that posted. So anyway, the first part of this is I'm going to give you the answer to the question that everybody wants to know. How and why did Hassan Campbell become such a successful YouTuber? Yes, this individual became a successful YouTuber after having his YouTube channel in existence for a year. Okay? And a year. And throughout the years, we've seen him act really, 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 really criminal towards fellow YouTube personalities to the point of threatening people and to the point of making diss videos, not just in terms of content creators, but even victims that don't even go on YouTube, and basically saying that, things like they got what they deserve. And it's just, we can go on and on. We can write a dissertation about Hassan Campbell's antics. I mean, he even basically threatened Layla Wills, who was an ally to his struggle and his situation. And so after doing research, I figured out why. So on Saturday, I had just looked up Hassan Campbell, and this is literally hours before the Five Guys shooting broke because of Hassan. Well, not Hassan, another YouTuber told it, and then Hassan Campbell told it. So I looked it up, Hassan Campbell, and I found out something that really, 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 really basically disturbs me. And what it was is that there's a website called stashsmash.com, and it can basically break down and tell you how much a person makes. Now, when you look at the website, you will see that last month Hassan Campbell made as much as $4,683. Now, it might be a little bit below, a little bit above, but Hassan Campbell brought in a lot of money, and the last 7 days it was $1,215,000. Now, with a person that has 307K subscribers, it's not uncommon to make that much money, But these are the type of revenues you saw in the golden era of YouTube. So you want to ask, why is YouTube favorable to him when we got to keep it real? Hassan doesn't really do content in terms of people like Lovely T, Tasha K. He doesn't put special effects in his videos. And he even complained about one time why YouTube wasn't pushing him through the algorithm. He doesn't do that. But he mostly talks, like how a lot of us do. We mostly talk. There are people like my bro, Pharaoh Speaks, who puts in a lot of visuals. And he's not even pushing the algorithm. And there's so many, Torian Rain. There's so many others. I can go on and on and on. But the reason why Hassan Campbell got pushed through the algorithm is simply because Hassan Campbell was speaking rhetoric that was anti-black. He showed that he did not have really a love for the black community. He showed disdain for his parents. He calls his mother names such as the B word. He called her a drug addict whore. There's a video about that. He even called her like the T word, trash. He didn't care about her. There was a video actually at one time. This was like when he first was coming out with videos. And this was in 2017. He showed a video of his mother in the hospital, and he wrote a caption that his mother was a dirty person and that she put herself in that predicament because she did not protect him from Africa Bambaataa. So Hassan Campbell brought a lot of shock value to his channel. And he's like, I would say, a little star, like the DJ star, but he's more outrageous with it. But the Kev Gill situation, when he said the words, "I will stick heavy D in your child," he was saying that it was an example, but everybody went crazy and started commenting, and they turned on him. Now, I found this out about 2020, okay? Now, when you basically look up somebody, YouTube channel, what happens is that they get caught in the algorithm. So they get pushed out. It doesn't mean that they're going to get a lot of likes on their channel. But what happens is they start to be heavily promoted because a lot of times they're controversial. So I remember one time I got pushed through the algorithm because I did a couple of videos, one involving a singer's sister-in-law, and it got pushed because it was shared a lot, it was liked, and then it was like talked about. Now with Hassan Campbell, his videos got a lot of dislikes, but he got pushed through the algorithm. But every day people started talking about him, exposing him, and what the public did was push him through the algorithm, and YouTube saw it and they captured it, and it was like, okay, he's bringing in money because people are watching the videos because they can't stand him. So we're going to make money off of his content through the advertisement, and then we're going to basically make him successful, because he's making us money. So in turn, Hassan Campbell is very beneficial to YouTube, mainly Google, okay? And if you want to get deep, the powers that be. And he knows this. The video with the gun. Now, that's one that I saw that around about March. Now, anybody else with a gun and showing it and waving it to the cops, they would be in jail. But not Hassan Campbell. And there's something to that because he serves the masters. He's serving the hidden hand. And the hidden hand, not just YouTube, it's not Google. The hidden hand is proud of what he's doing. He's causing chaos. Okay? He switches up everything he says every so many couple of days, so many couple of weeks. Okay? For example, he couldn't stand Charleston White. Now they're about to be best buddies. They could have a freaking reality show together. because Charleston White is a horrible person, just like Hassan. Okay? When Hassan uses phrases like, you know what, I'll put my dick in your mouth. When he calls women bees, remember the infamous, I'm a YouTuber, big YouTuber at the Burger King when he was drunk? That was a scandal, but it made money. And the advertisers was paying YouTube. He's a financial benefit. And YouTube ain't going to let this go. The only way YouTube will throw Hassan Campbell to the curb is when we as the people get tired of it. We have to turn our backs and ignore him. And because Hassan Campbell and others who are controversial got pushed through the algorithm, if you are a person that has a channel like myself and you do uploads, you make videos, you create skits, you're not going to get pushed through the algorithm unless you talk about Hassan Campbell. Case in point, Hey, I had to take a huge break. So as I was speaking about the whole algorithm with Hassan Campbell and how he's being pushed and how he's being promoted, basically because of, the controversy surrounding his antics, and the public, basically because of, searching his name through everything based on what he does and how he behaves on YouTube, as though he's basically in the third grade. He has basically caused it to where you can't produce content and have it pushed to the algorithm unless you talk about Hassan Campbell. Case in point, I was away from YouTube for 7 months. Before that, I was pretty much consistent. I would take maybe a month off, a month and a half off because of situations pertaining to being busy at work or family situations. Now, I am a tiny YouTuber, not a small YouTuber. I'm a tiny YouTuber. I don't have 3,000 subscribers. I only have 2.7. However, before 2021, I could basically make videos, upload the content, and have like 10 times the amount of views, sometimes in the 5 digits, based on the fact that the people would basically like it, share it, and comment and support it, and then people follow suit. Post 2020, under the new algorithm method, it's a totally different system. So basically, YouTube is capturing Google is capturing certain people, certain content creators based on the buzz. So it's more dealing with comments now and dealing with how a YouTuber's reputation is, whether it's favorable or not favorable, but how controversial they are and how much they grab your attention and how much they're really, really searched. So somebody like Hassan Campbell, who was searched a lot pre-2021, now under the new algorithm system, is basically going to always be pushed through when you talk about him. I talked about him in 4 different videos, the first time ever in the summer 2021. The first one got 100 some odd views. The second one got less than 100. The third one got about 200 something. But the last one I did before the couple of ones this fall, it garnered in one day 400 plus subscribers. Views, because it was so controversial and he captures the algorithm. So now you have people that capture the algorithm, and people like us who are smaller YouTubers, unless we speak about Hassan Campbell and some others who have bigger YouTube platforms, they basically, and us, we're not going to be captured. For instance, back in the early days of YouTube and even up to last year, you could talk about a hot topic, you could do a review, you could do all these things. They would allow you to go through the algorithm. The algorithm was open. It was basically a free space. But now it's about commenting on huge YouTubers. So unless you're talking about a huge YouTuber, you're not going to get any views. And Hassan Campbell is controversial. He doesn't have 500K subscribers yet, but he's so controversial that you make money and you get attention from just talking about him. And that's why he's so big. He's very beneficial to Google and he's beneficial to YouTube because advertisers pay a lot of money and they're willing to pay because YouTube wants it that way, because there he's guaranteed money. But until we, the people, ignore him, at least consistently, and not talk about him every day, we have the power to do so. But until we do it, he will always be popular. He's still going to be popular. So if you want Hassan Campbell to not get the attention that he's getting, what you have to do as a person, you just have to ignore him. Which is kind of hard for some people, but just ignore him. Like if you was to ignore him for like a week, I bet you it would slow down the algorithm. But here's the thing. Many people are eating off of Hassan's antics by commenting on him. And he almost has an economy of his own in a weird sense. I mean, and in a time of COVID, extra money is a beautiful thing. Nobody's going to pass that up. But it's just a shame how YouTube went from being a wholesome platform and allowing people to be creative in a fun and safe space to where anybody who's controversial are not only welcomed, but it's like they're rewarded. And that's the tragedy of YouTube. And hopefully things turn around to where YouTube will come back to where it was pre-20, I would honestly say the last couple of decades. And I want to say too, a lot of that has to do with Trump, the Trump election of 2016. That's what started a lot of the controversy on YouTube, the welcoming of it. And so with that being said, your girl, Mr. Analytical, I am signing off. Thank you for viewing this commentary, listening, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll be back tomorrow with part 2, which is going to be about Five God. Take care.